Hello, hello. 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 Okay. Okay, we have restarted fish cannons. Thank you for testing those. Lovely. Okay. Hit pet machine and fish cannon should be working. I have. I'm watching my PC, looking and seeing what it's doing. Hopefully, we will not run into issues today. Okay. Let's get started, shall we? Hello, everybody. yes, PCCon had an issue, bit of a hiccup yesterday. It's fine. Listen, we'll just be paranoid about it, but we're still gonna stream, so it's fine. Hello, hello.
You know, this is the first time somebody's called me Pookie. I can check that off the bucket list.
Oh.
Hello, welcome in first time chatter. Also, welcome in everybody. Hello, it's me. Ow. Was it on my bucket list? Listen, a thing can happen. I can put it on my bucket list and then check it off immediately, okay? That is a perfectly legitimate stratagem. Which is what I do. Actually, a lot of the time. But yeah, can we get some more welcomes in chat, please? We have a first-time chatter. But yeah, welcome to the studio, everybody. The plan for today, we are going to contemplate mermaid designs, and I mean maid as in M-A-I-D. So, you know, actual maids. How to draw mermaids. So I was contemplating this before this stream, and I'm like, would they have cloth? Would they take underwater plants and make their own versions of things, right? Is the phrase welcome out a logical good bee? What? Newcomb, thank you very much for subscription. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Yeah, so like if welcome in is a phrase of welcome, is welcome out a goodbye? Like you are welcome to get out, kind of a thing, right? No, you might have a point, actually. What's poppin'? My knees today. But yeah, so listen. We have a conundrum. How to draw mermaids. Okay, we're gonna be trying to figure that out today. I have a scale. Do we want to go with like cutesy and just say sure they have cloth down in the ocean, or do we want it to be more realistic, right? I don't know, but we're gonna find out. We're doing art today. Listen, mermaids can be cute, it's fine. Do I have a sleeping cap for my ears? No, actually. You know, I don't actually understand the point of a sleeping cap, if I'm honest. Like, is it supposed to keep your hair from getting all tangled and stuff? I have never used one in my entire life. An Isle Mermaid? I mean, we can do some doodles for sure. It's just to protect hair. Okay. It keeps the sleep in. Wait, is that how you get a good night's sleep? You wear a sleeping cap? But yeah, listen, I don't know if you can tell from how crazy, fluffy, floopy my hair is, but I don't particularly, yeah, it's just kind of wild. You put a ruler under your pillow, so you know how long you've slept? Oh man. Certain hair types use it because it's not as tame as others. I could see that. I suppose if you have like super curly like ringlet hairs, you wouldn't want them to like get all tangled up, right? Good morning, welcome in everybody. So yeah, we're gonna be drawing some maids and mermaids. Shower cap? Is that not the same? Well, I mean there is a shower cap, but that's like different-y, right? Why? Where? It's definitely not me. Because I'm fierce. I'm very fierce. Yes. Curls are a curse and a blessing. Yes. Yes, indeed. Is that a Jackie? I see you lurking there. Hello, homie. Can we get a shout out for Jackie? Oh my gosh, May, we got like 21 days before Jackie debuts new model. I'm calling you out, Jackie, because the people must know. Right? It's so good. You guys have it marked on your calendars? This is important, okay? Right? Oh my gosh. Even if you're like, these beans already like me. Like any new big change, you're like, I understand. I can be like, don't be nervous. It's gonna go great. But the nerves are still there. I very much understand, Jackie. The day is marked? Yeah, very good. Also, hello YouTube land denizens. Welcome in. Old houses used to be poorly insulated. Oh, so it's basically you have a warm hat on your head to stay warm. That's less exciting, but I guess that makes sense. Earplugs. You know, usually I just fold my ears down. Oh my gosh. So, new outfit. I have a new outfit that I want to... Let's see. Not next week. Soon. I'm working on the hat. And so my brain went from earplugs. Normally you just fold the ears down. And then I've actually done some work on base model. I will have much more expressive ears, and I'm very excited. I'd never go outside. I go outside sometimes. Listen, you can't go treasure hunting if you don't go outside, right? Prove it. I go outside Saturdays to go treasure hunting. You wear a nightcap? Oh, okay. So you contain the... Man, sleeping sweaty is awful. I guess that's a good way to contain it. Show of hands, who here goes outside at least once a week? Right? Actually, no, who doesn't go outside at least once a week? People are out there. Listen, people are nice though. People are fascinating. Do you not like people? I think people are great. They can be not great, but I think they're pretty great. There are gnomes out there. 10 times a week? Oh. You go outside, but that's for work? You know, that's fair. I suppose a lot of people do have to go outside for work. Listen, I will take you go outside and you look at the outside and then you go and get in a car, right? Or a bus or some sort of transport.
A bit of a snack. Random active fish.
A random active fish? I love random active fish. That's great. Listen, everybody that gets a random fish to the face is always so excited about it. Also, Knit, thank you very much for the fish. I'll eat them later. Nervous around crowds? Yeah, that's understandable. But yeah, there you go. Alright, so today, we shall be drawing mermaids. That's the plan. Plus, we made it to Friday. Oh. You got the PC set up after moving? Yo, let's go. Honestly, okay, so back in the day, whenever I moved to this new den, getting PC set up properly finally made it feel more like I was at home. There you go. Yeah, just slap people with a fish. Listen, that's way more comedic and like way better than like arson, okay? If you're gonna go do crimes, go slap somebody with a fish. It's way better. Trust. Alright, shall we switch over to art things today? I think we shall. Let's. We have an dilemma, so let's go. Actually, hold on. Let me just stall really quickly whilst I start draw hand, because I totally remembered to do that before stream started. And it's fine. Everything is fine. It's great, wonderful, no problems. Okay. Wow. Ta-da! Okay, so here we are. Draw hand. There it is. Bam. Okay, draw hand. So we have a scale here, right? So this is like, I doodled these before the stream, right? So if you think about it, what materials would a mermaid have access to, right? That's like underwater stuff, right? If we limit ourselves to that, if you wanted to draw a maid, an underwater maid, did we do hellos? No, we did not. Plastic? Maybe, but maybe not. Okay, so here we have, like, actually Izzy sent me a picture, and there was creature with like a shark jaw as like their shoulder pads. And I'm like, you know, that might make for some interesting, like, you know, the maid ruffles, right? And like I do have like old cutlery turned into like a bracelet right here. We've got like seashells forming the maid outfit. There's like plants, like big leaves of kelp right here, right? So I'm like, and then you would just have like strings of rocks and stuff to form the rest of the outfit, right? But my trouble, my conflicting thing is like I have she's kind of bald and has like scales, and then I'm like, well, what about this thing? Does she just have like a does she just have a fish head with a body attached to it, you know? Like how realistic do we want to go with this? So like this would be more, this one is more like stuff you would find naturally on the ocean floor, right? Or like scales, rocks. Yeah, like driftwood, corals, that kind of thing. There's a lot of weird like sea plants that would be very interesting. Like there's like little algae plants that do like this sort of thing. This could look like a ruffly maid skirt, you know? So like there's a lot of options, is what I'm saying. But on the other hand, like if we just make it easy and like she's wearing essentially a swimsuit and then just has like cloth, like we could do this too. And I'm like, I don't know which is better, right? So this one would be more like, I don't know if realistic is the correct word.
Hello.
Concept art-ish. And then this is more like just draw a cute girl that is also a mermaid, right? So we're gonna work on both of these today. That's gonna be the plan.
Oh.
And then at the end of stream, you're gonna have to vote on which one you like better. There you go. We're gonna figure it out. All right, let's do hellos really quickly, and you can stare at their designs really quick. Neither is better. Both is good. Fish is more dynamic. Do you like both ideas? That's the problem, right? Right? This is the struggle that I'm struggling with. So it's just anyway. All right, let's do hellos, and then we will draw. We're gonna try to get both of these done today if we can. Ooh, sailcloth. True. Like I think we might need like one option in the middle where we have like, this is all stuff you would find under the surface of the water, right? You have like, you know, normal just cloth, and then there's like salvage stuff, which you could have like plastic, the ship sails and that kind of thing, right? Like we got so many options, but the trick is we gotta limit ourselves a little bit so it's not too many, right? Okay. Focusing in. Let's do hellos and then let's draw, yeah? Phoenix, hello there. Glad you could make it today. Frost King, welcome in. Stolen Vulpine, hello. Hello Queen, hello, welcome. Oni, good to see you today. M. Torres, hello there. We've got Ivan, hello Ivan. Kyron, welcome in. We've got Gumpy, the troublemaker. Still good to see you though. We've got Kailua, hello Kailua. Scrolling, looking. Sissy, good to see you today. Welcome in. Raster, hello there. Hello. Vanikin, hello. Felix, it's good to see you. Welcome. Noel, good to see you today. Welcome in. And then we've got Saber Lily. Hello there. Okay. Got that. Let me make sure that I have all of my windows arranged properly. There we go. All right, so I think we need a third option at some point through here. Mermaid has big hand. I don't know if that quite works. I'm doing very well today. It's Friday. Okay, So let's focus in on... Let's start with... I think this one will be easier to draw. So we're gonna start here, and we're gonna see how many things we can get done today, right? So let's make them a little bit smaller. We can see if we can fit all of the creatures. Make them roughly the same size, probably. Would be good. I think our stick, we might have to adjust where that is. But I think I want to try to fit another one right here, but we'll do that later. It's half fish, half Isla arm. You think this is a fish? You think the arm? I wonder if there's a scale option for this. There might be. Either way, let's make these layers blue. And let's do some more doodling. Saving very frequently because this is a good idea. Alright, so this will be... Any plans for the weekend? I will probably go treasure hunting. Also, actually, okay, so I was gonna say, so I've started doing rock tumbling, and yesterday I checked, like it's been about a week since I started, right? And I have gone from phase 1 to sorting out some stuff and doing another phase 1. Did I break something? What did I break? Hit. Siren, but like a tornado. Did I break something? No, I haven't broken anything. No, it's fine. Oh, did I break your heart? Did I? Aw. What did I do? How did I do? Okay, so anyway. Do I break all of your hearts? How do I manage this? Breaking the bank? No! I don't know. Don't break your bank. Don't do it. I watched a video yesterday about, there's this idler game about breaking a piggy bank to like pay off debts or whatever. That's unrelated. Either way, hi Dom, thank you very much for the fish. I appreciate that. ER's gonna be packed this weekend. So many broken hearts. Aww. Or no. So anyway, we're going to give her curly hair. Going to give her fin-like things. But I think she's just going to be fairly normal. She's like human, but with a tail. That's gonna be this particular mermaid. Nothing too crazy design-wise. Have a normal mermaid, yeah. Listen, no crazy anything. Just, you know, normal mermaid things. Okay, first we gotta think, do we want the hairband to be containing the hair? Oh, yeah. We definitely want her to have, like, her being able to breathe is kind of important. You can see this line right here. That's supposed to be gills. I am a big fan of gills on the neck. Like, as far as, like, breathe in through the mouth and then it goes out the gills, it's maybe not the most efficient system. It's Merman. Is that a Zoolander reference? Did I get a reference? Oh. But yeah, neck gills are cool. I very much agree. Okay, so now I have to figure out, do we want like... So I do want this to look swimsuit-like-ish. just imagine you have a mermaid that just has like a one piece swimsuit, right? And that's like the basis for the maid outfit. Is there more stomach if there's not lungs there? You know, I was not gonna put that much, I was not gonna put that much thought into it, if I'm honest. Okay, for like this one, yes. Although, really, we could give her, like, some gills right here. Honestly, if we gave her, like, stomach or... yeah, stomach gills. So, like, you have multiple places for water oxygen to be harvested. Like, that would probably make a lot more sense. But then we gotta figure out, like... how do we give her a maid outfit? That's the other question. What does Tim think about mermaids? You know, he's never told me. He's very closed-mouthed about it. What has he told me? Nothing, actually. Tim doesn't talk. You know he's a plush fish, right? Do you want me to free Tim? Because I can put him outside. Did you want me to put Tim outside? Like, you keep saying free him, but what does that mean? You will take care of him? How do you free a fish? Do you have to chuck him back in like a pond or something? Okay, so I think we're going to go with like mini skirt type thing for fish lady here. Yeah, are fish like mammals, or are they like fish? Do they lay eggs? These are questions that I'm not particularly here to answer. I just want to draw cool stuff, but also it make you think, right? Because like, would the squimch be like venom sacs? I've seen that, right? Is Tim a salt or freshwater fish? You know, I don't know, actually. He is a plush fish. I don't know where his natural habitat is. Mammals are fish. Fish don't exist as a scientific group. You know, I've heard that before. There's too many varieties of fish, and it's like an all-encompassing term, but it doesn't actually mean anything. A fur coat on a mermaid? No, we're drawing mermaid. Hold on. Mermaid. This is important. I don't think maids would be wearing a fur coat. Because, like, if you could have a mermaid that's, like, centaur, but it's got like a crab body with like a human torso, and that would be wild. Like we gotta limit the scope so that we are somewhat focused in on specific things, right? So on this one, this is just going to be fairly normal design, I would say, ish. Crab coral sounds fun, right? No, honestly, Felix, that sort of thinking and being like, why is this? That is what led me to like this sort of fishy design. And I was actually tempted to like not give her a human face, because if you are swimming underwater, like, listen, human faces, they're not really hydrodynamic. There's way better like shapes, right? That's why fish are all like, they're shaped like this, so that the water, you know, does this, right? So like if you have like a human face on a fish, that's not very good for like the swimming, right? Human faces are not efficient, yes. Oh, you're drawing too? Yo, let's go. Excellent, excellent. Thank you for fish. I do like the idea of like webbed hands. Gotta have claws though, that's also important. I feel like mermaids would definitely have some built-in weapons. I'm also just a fan of creatures with claws. Hello, hello. Oh, it's you. Welcome back. You never know when science will happen. An alien. Ooh, nice. A fish alien? A maid alien? Just saying, you got options. Oh. Thank you for head pats. Okay. So I also like the idea that... Oh, so many fish. Thank you. Okay, we want to have... Let's see. Interesting fins like this. I feel like... Gamble champ, hello there. Glad you could make it today. Have I played Return of the Obra Dinn? I have no idea what that is, no. Off to get more rats with bread. Good luck. May your hunt be fruitful. This maid reminds you of Anna. Is it because of the curly hair? Honestly though, like, I'm glad it does, because that means you like our characters. If this were Anna, her squimsh would need to be a little bigger, I think. It's a detective game. Okay. I don't know if you are in the Discord, but we do have a game ideas section. If you want to post a link, if it's on Steam, post a link to it and I'll take a look after stream, okay? Oh, you mowed the grass though? Yo, Maple has touched grass today. Guys, can we get some applause? Or what's a good thing? Put a nice thing in chat. Maple went outside, touched grass. Yeah, there we go. Head pat emote. Okay, so other things to contemplate. So if you live underwater, right? It's kind of cold under the water, right? So like would the mermaids be like, would they just store like body fat really well? Do we need super curvy mermaids? Like, it's an option, you know? Like, I'm very torn because on the one hand, if you spend all day swimming, you're gonna be like super buff and in shape, right? But then you wanna retain heat so you don't get too cold, right? Right? So I'm very torn on like which way it go. There's so many options, right? Depends on the ocean. True. I suppose that if there is how do you let's see. Let's give her like this type of fin maybe? Yeah. I think that would be nicer than this other fin that I was drawing. If I draw the two fish like, I will bite. Listen, if I try to eat my screen, I will let you know, but I think I can contain myself. Probably. And like, how does this work? Is it drawing the actual tail is always like kind of a weird thing as well. Okay, we don't. Isla, you don't have to think about it too realistically. This one is just supposed to be cute mermaid girl. You can contemplate all of the weird things for the next one. You can make it look like whichever fish. True. Very true. Oh. I don't know if they would need multiples of different types of fins, but like there are some fish that have multiple like fins all along their tail to help them navigate through the water. So like having multiple like tail fin sort of things makes sense to my brain. Thank you for head pats. Energy conservation. The deeper down, fish can't afford to waste energy. True. So maybe like the deeper you go, the more like I would assume it fish deeper down would have to be like more muscly and more I don't know, you'd have different varieties, right? Maybe the ones like closer to the surface are more like this, and then as you go further down you get mermaids that are more, right? Oh no, you want to do research on mermaids. So you're saying that you want to look into a thing, maybe do something creative. Oh no. Honestly though, if you guys want to make your own, like, I don't know, do your own contemplations about the mermaids. What do we think? What, do you want to go with like something that's realistic? Do you want to go with something that's more like just cutesy? You got so many options. Marathon would be bigger, thicker tail. That's a good point. Yeah, this seems like, I guess whale tails look a bit differently. This is very much like a fish fin. But yeah, you could have like the sporty types that have like a shark fin. Okay, Isla, finish drawing the one you're working on, then go do the next one. There's so many choices. There's so many options, you know?
Hey, Isla, you should save.
I should save. Yes, thank you. Please redeem that as much as possible. We don't want to lose our mermaids. Okay, so she's going to have normal clothing. We're just going to give her headband. Do we want to give her bangs? I kind of want to give her like maybe one little cutesy curly bangs. And then the rest of her hair will be underneath the headband. So many questions left unanswered, right? An anglerfish as like a mermaid? That would... The sheer variety of types of fish, like the anglerfish, like you can have like more surface looking ones like, you know, like this. They're kind of very cute. And then if you go down into the depths, like jellyfish, mermaid type stuff, you got options for like the anglerfish, all teeth. Right? So many options. Oh yeah. I love the dynamic of like underwater, the hair is like magical and flowing everywhere, and then she surfaces and it's just, my goodness. So underwater you have the most magical flowing hair, right? And then she surfaces and it's just like stuck to her face. Right? It's so good. I love this dynamic. Like the Naga from Warcraft? I've never actually played Warcraft. Anglerfish maid with a normal looking head for the lure. Oh, and her like chest opens up and it's just all teeth. Oh, that's terrifying. I think we should draw that. Hold please whilst we do a quick tangent. How would you do that? So like I'm kind of partial to the side opening thing like this, just because then you can still have like shoulders and arms and stuff, right? Like this is definitely more terrifying. I don't know if you can tell what I'm doing, but imagine. Unless the hips are also part of it, and then the top part of the mouth is just
A bit of a snack.
I'm going to see the movie Cabin in the Woods that features a very disappointing mermaid you should look up.
Okay. I will look it up. Very disappointing mermaid that I should look up. Cabin in the Woods mermaids. Also, Gambletam, thank you very much for the fish. Hold on. Cabin in the Woods mermaid. You know, it is a mermaid, I suppose, technically. That's like a mix of swamp creature and mermaid. You know, it's not a pretty design, but that is a very unique design. Movie was good, was it? Okay, hold on. Let me rearrange all my windows again. Stand by. I need to make sure that I can see everything. And I'm watching PC-kun. All of my stuff seems to be fine. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with... Like, there's just a jaw hinge, and it opens up, and like the actual body of the fish is like this. I hate this idea. It's a really good idea for a creepy, like, sea creature, though. Like, closes its mouth and it just looks like a normal torso, right? Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Do you think anglerfish is mermaid is cute? You like her? You gotta make her at least a little bit cute. Otherwise, why would this lure work? Right? Okay, we gotta give her some hair vents. And then, like, one of those anime, ahoges. But it has the, like, little thing on the end, right? Oh. Depends on if she'll eat you. Yeah, anglerfish are weird. Okay, we do want her to look at least a little bit... going to give her... Yeah, I think eyes like this. I think that'd be good. I don't like her mouth though. It's weird. But yeah, she just has a sleepy smile. That's all. Did the big eyes scare you? Oh. No, the best part is that this face, this expression, it never changes. Even when her like body unhinges and it's about to take a bite of you, she's still just sleepily smiling at you. She offer you a hug. She's like, "Aw, look, it's a weary traveler. You fell off your ship. Here, let me give you a hug." Right? Yeah, you get a hug. Yay, hug! Oh no. You like this mermaid? Honestly, she kind of cool though. Like, the angler fish, they're so weird. They're so fascinating. And the fact that they are so very, very spooky, right? Okay, so how would this work, like, bone structure-wise? I feel like we actually need to make her fish body, like, a little bit more like this. I think she needs to have more fish. Oh, true. Yeah. We can workshop this the idea a little bit more, but like the fact that so like okay, so I'm thinking we have like the jaw part,
Hey,
like
Isla,
this.
you should save.
You know I should. And then you just kind of have like this top bit just has like a person attached basically. But then you just have like fish, and then all of this is like a big mouth. But in order to take the big bites, you gotta have like a big fish body to make this work, right? That's kind of my thinking. Okay, we should save. Hold on. Saving. Where are her eyes? I guess if it's fish. This is like an angler fish. Okay, so I don't know if I can do this on Twitch, right? But just imagine that they are where the chest is on a Huaman, right? They look straight ahead, right? Like right above the teeth. Imagine, right? Then you have a reason for having like, you know. Yeah, so I'm not drawing this on Twitch because we're gonna follow the TOS, but just imagine that's what's right there. That's where the eyes are. There you go. My eyes are down here. Yeah, she could. That could be her thing. But we're not gonna draw that on Twitch. Okay, so anyway, we went off on a bit of a tangent because of angler fish lady. Let's make you, actually hold on. Let's copy this and then we'll make you a little bit smaller. We shall return to this later because Have I saved? I've saved multiple times. Yeah, no, I got it. I got it, Soren. Trust. Am I gonna draw it off stream? I make no promises. Also, welcome in first time chatter. What a time to have a first time chatter. Can we get some more welcomes in chat though? Do you want to see the full drawing? I make no promises, but I will try. How about that? Okay. But yeah, just like I also want to draw Shark Lady, like the sporty version of this lady, right? Because like having a different type of fin would mean going like way super fast, right? Okay, I gotta figure out how do we want to do her eyes. So fish eyes are like very round, right? That's not the cutest sort of look, right? So maybe we take that, but then how to make her look aquatic but not freakish. I don't know that I like that though. Like it's okay, I guess, but I feel like it could be better. She's staring into her. Are we just gonna draw creepy stuff today? Ma'am, why do your eyes look like this? Ma'am, can you have less creepy looking eyes, please? Ma'am. Ma'am. True. See, that's the thing. You pick a different type of fish, you get a whole different type of, like, mermaid. But no, you right. They would have to have somewhere to store their ink. If it's a squid girl. The octopus girl. Or she could just always look super excited because she's got this type of eyeball. Does that look cute, or does that look like she's also kind of doing the pog face? Maybe we should. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, we're also not really drawing normal human looking face. I mean, that's not bad. How has it been an hour? Really? Okay, we will fix her face once we get back from break, okay? I kind of like her eyes though. Maybe we just need to give her like the biggest smile. I really should go on break though, probably. Okay, we're gonna go do break. She's like she's just shy from cameras. She's like, "Oh, some human's taking a picture of me again." Throws up the peace signs and is like, "Why are you doing this?" Time travels faster on Fridays. Does it? Oh. No, that's fair. Okay. Well, anyway, everyone, we shall return and we shall continue to draw fish number 1 I guess we've drawn multiple fish at this point, but we shall return here in a few minutes. Enjoy the break screen.
The studio is really filling up. Welcome in. Let's make something beautiful together.
What? Oh. Okay. Hello, Raiders. Welcome. Okay, so that was decent timing. Welcome back, everybody. Hello, Raiders. We got so many follows. Yo, let's go. Archer. Opossum. You waited out the ads. Aw. It's party. Yeah, let's go.
Welcome in.
Thank you so much for the raid. Okay, do you go by Archer or do you go by Opossum? Which do you prefer? Thank you so much for the raid. Can we get a shout out for Archer Opossum? Do you guys have fun on Stremba? What are you guys up to? Pippin? Like from Lord of the Rings? Pippin? But a yoga ball? Yo, let's go. And you were doing art? Can I see art? Do I have a mod in chat? Mods in chat? Okay, let me get you link perms before you post the link, okay? Hold on. Do I know how to give link perms? Okay, can we get link perms for Archer so that they can post the link? Also, thank you for a shout out. Let me take a look at these. Hold on. Looking, observing. Ooh, I like the model. Wait, do you do live 2D things as well? Oh, how you do? I see little chibis and rigging arms and stuff. Yo, let's go. Okay, let's take a look. Looking. It's so shiny. I like the ears. I like the piercings on the ears. I think that's a fun detail. The ocean looks pretty good too. I like it. Yo, that's so cool. Oh my gosh. I also do that. So like I very much respect the time and effort going into learning how to do like art and rigging. Heck yeah. So listen, go check out the opossum. You'll see all of the things. Thank you. Yeah. So we're okay, listen, raiders, if you got a raid and run, do make sure to take care of yourselves. But also we're drawing Mer-Maids today. And by Mer-Maids, I mean Mer-Maids, right? Because it's May. You gotta, right? But then we have a conundrum of like, do you just make them cute, or do you make them more fish? This kind of how this is going. Mer-Maids, yes, all of the things. Also, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, new denizens. Hello, everybody. The maid spectrum, exactly. What about cute fish? Okay, there's two schools of thought with cute, right? First off, you got the big old eyes, right? This is one form of cute, right? There's your cute fish. Alternatively, you have very, very silly shaped fish, very round, and then they have the tiniest little eyeball. That is also how this is the two forms of cute: tiny eyeball, giant eyeball, nothing in between. There you go. There's your cute fish. What if both get consumed by me? Nom nom nom. Listen, I'm like 694. I'm about to be 695. So like, I've had a while to practice. Okay, so I do also want to... Okay, tiny fish, go off to your own lair, please. Banished. You... And... Actually, all of these. just gonna scoot you a little bit this way. So I mom and you. Okay, all of these go this way. So something I had a break, and you draw. Okay, listen. Doing the thing where you draw a line and then you add the line weight after, that is perfectly legit. You do not have to do it all in one go. Honestly, like it is a lot easier to add line weight later than to try to get the perfect like line weight every time, right? It's add your line weight after is perfectly viable, right? A lot of it is also like, okay, so the brush I'm using, okay, let me actually be on a layer where you can see this, has very interesting like properties. It also has a bit of texture, so like if I need to keep drawing the line, like it helps quite a lot. So I actually go back over my line weights as well. So don't think that I'm just doing this all in one go, okay? It's an illusion. It's an illusion. A fish in a maid dress. I figure we'd probably draw that at some point today, yeah. But how? Okay, no, listen. How would a fish wear a maid outfit? Okay, would it be like? Okay, so you have your fish, right? Also, welcome in, new denizen. Thank you very much for the follow. Okay, so you have your fish, right? How do fish wear a maid outfit? Would it be like this?
Okay.
Ah!
I love it.
Anonymous, oh my goodness, you legend. I don't know who you are, but thank you so much for the gift subs. Seriously, thank you. I very much appreciate the 5 gift subs. Thank you. We got the Anonymous being winning.
Aww.
Yeah, but anyway, so does the fish wear the dress like this? Right? Does it go like long ways, and then you have like the little sleeve like right here?
Aww. I love it.
Is this how a fish wears a dress? Or is it like
A gift. Aww. I love it.
Okay, that might be all of them? I think we got them all.
A gift.
No?
Aww. I love it.
Or is it like, do they just have like a little skirt like this, and then they have like the shirt like this? Do they have like a 2-piece? Do they cover up their fins? Slide bug? Maybe.
Hey, Isla, you should save.
You know, I should save. Thank you. Let's do that. You think the 2-piece with the fin holes? Okay, so you have like your little apron like this, right? So you can have your sleeve ruffles like above the fish fin. And then that connects
Hello.
like here, but it's like a 2-piece affair, right? So then the skirt part is like this. You think this is how a fish would wear a maid outfit? I don't know. This one is comedic. Also the headdress. True. You just kind of slap it on there. Okay, Eyelash, can you stop attacking my eyeball, please? Stretching and hydrating? Okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so before we got sidetracked. Okay, so I was looking at this sketch. After break, I came back and I'm like, you know, we have the clothing is going this way. We have the headdress and all of this is also going this way, right? So theoretically, she swims up, pauses for the camera, right? Throws up the peace signs. Her hair also needs to be going this way. And in my sketch, it's going this way. And that's no good. So we need to change that. And I'm thinking the easiest way to do that would be to just grab all of that. And we're just gonna kind of like that. That's gonna be fine.
Scoff.
Okay. Get out of here, Squish. It's not that bad. Okay. Our layers are devolving into chaos at a rapid pace. It's fine. I just need to make sure that I keep my Mer-Maids together. Thank you. Yes. No, it's a very good idea to make sure that all of the whooshy flowy things go in the same direction. She's swimming up and had a sudden stop for a photo. I feel like just based on the way that the clothing is, and we also have hair, like even her little hair tendrils are kind of pointing out that it's, you know, it's going kind of that way, right? So I think it would just be, it would follow the feel, I'm thinking, if we just have all of the things kind of go this way, right? Do you think they have hair ties underwater? Can you imagine trying to braid Mer-Maid's hair underwater? Just using clams? Maybe. A seaweed hair tie? So for this lady, she's got like a swimsuit, she's got like a proper apron, right? So theoretically, like we could, okay, so we're going to have this, at the beginning of the stream, I decided we're gonna have like normal-ish clothing for this one, then we're gonna have like stuff you would find underwater for like the other side of the scale. So for her, if she had hair, absolutely it would be like kelp, or it would be sea creature. Yeah, so I forgot to reset my daily sub goal today. Yeah. What type of maid? Right? There's so many options. So my thinking is that there is a an underwater manor, right? Made from a sunken ship, and the maids that we are contemplating just kind of work at the sunken ship manor, right? So not maid cafe type maid. Do I like this? I actually don't know if I do. I kind of like this coral. I don't know that I like this one. Also, can we get more curly hair chunklets? That's also important. Manor, a manor. Oh, they could use needles. True. Are they combat maids? I feel like if you live underwater, you would probably have to do combat. Yes. Listen, there's some crazy fishes living under the water. It is a fish eat fish world. And a kitsune eat fish sort of a world down there. Underwater manors are just sunken ships. Exactly. You find all kinds of weird stuff on sunken ships. Fancy, like, silverware and that sort of thing. You know what weirds me out? How would underwater creatures do, like, if they found, like, a cool rock, like gold, they don't have, like, shaping stuff. Like, they can't just start a fire. Unless there's underwater volcanoes. They could forge stuff in volcanoes, I suppose. Maybe. Oh, it is super... Oh my gosh. You swim, you look the wrong way, anything underwater, your hair's all up in your face, you can't see anything. This is purely aesthetics, right? If there is a mermaid and they have a head full of hair, it would have to be pinned back or cut short. Probably. I'm very much with you, yeah. Just grinding the raw materials into the shape? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But like... They could do smithing if there's like an underwater volcano, but also I feel like it would be grinding and or I don't know, they wouldn't be able to forge things unless they have like fish magics that'll let them craft super intricate things. Oh, right. It's such a good aesthetic, though, especially when they have, like, a whole bunch of fancy gold and, like, rocks and, you know, there's so many good aesthetics. There really is. So, back in the day, when I had hair down to my waist, I just put it in a ponytail, because if I tried to put my hair in a bun and then go swimming, I'd never be able to get the scrunchie out of my hair. It would get all tangly. Right? Yeah, I don't know. So, it depends on the type of mermaid, I suppose. Are they the type that goes into the... Do they shape things with magic? Do they find cool stuff in the currents? Do they just use the tools? Do they grind away at things? Do they, you know, put stuff in currents? That would be pretty good. Back in the day when I had... Did I not say... Back in the day when I had long hair. That's... What is my favorite hairstyle? Okay, so to look at or for myself? you I have hair. I have hair.
Oh my, the studio is really filling.
Hello, Koi. Welcome. Hello. Welcome in Raiders. Immi, Isla, hello. I have hair. Yep. How is stream, Koi? Also, can we get a shout out for Koi real quick? But yeah, okay, so coolest hair. I really like long hair. It's so pretty. Wait, no. Felix, I have hair. I am not bald. Hair and fur, two different things. I have both. I have hair. Look, it's right on top of my head. Look at it. Look. I also have fur. like long hair is fabulous. You can do a lot with that, right? Do I like long hair? For me, no, because it's a nightmare to take care of. It's so much work. Anybody who has never had long hair, you don't know. The other problem is my hair is so thick. It's a nightmare. Like, for a while, I like shaved the sides of my head just to keep, well, not like super shaved, but like, you know, removed chunks of hair just so my hair wasn't as thick. And it was still poofier and fluffier than other people's hair. Oh, the curls are great if you can like take care of them properly, but like it's just so heavy. It's so heavy. I can't deal with it anymore. I have short hair. Right? Like you gotta get the industrial strength hair ties to contain the hair. That's no way to deal with hair. Mods, we can allow that comment. That's fine. If mods on deck, mods distracted, maybe eating food. There we go. Yeah. So yesterday, computer decided to crash. We are currently doing some testing to make sure that stuff isn't being scuffed. So far everything's looking pretty good, but I did turn off a few things. I'm still not sure if it was mix it up, a computer update, my computer overheating, who knows. So yeah, tail pats will return at some point.
Isla, you should save.
I literally just saved. I'll do it again though, just for you. It's so nice, we'll do it twice, why not? I've never had any mods, ever? Huh. But yeah, anyway, okay, so how to. So this part, this looks like a maid outfit. Then we have like a swimsuit top, but I'm like, how to give her, like, we gotta have the ruffles, right? Yeah, long hair, it's so nice, but it's so much work. So like I like looking at it, but then for me, I cannot. Like if you have somebody who will like braid your hair and make it look nice, sure, that's great, but no. No. So if you are tempted to, if you have long hair, right? Give it at least 3 months. If you're like, I want short hair, give yourself 3 months. And then if you're still at the end of 3 months, if you're like, no, I hate this, I want to cut it off, then you're good, right? But give yourself time. It's a heck of a commitment to regrow your hair, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, how to make this maid outfit? Yum, okay, well. Oh. You gotta give some? Yo, let's go. Enjoy the emotes. Also, Maximum Suspense, thank you very much for the fish. I appreciate that very much. Okay, so, maid outfit. So I was originally thinking we could have like poofy like sleeves, right? Before I do this though, let's maybe make a new layer. There we go. Okay. Okay, so if we do this like this, do we want to give her like bikini top so that her, I don't know if gills is the correct word, but bit of stomach showing maybe, and then if she has gills on her neck, she can't have like a collar, otherwise breathing would become difficult, right? So we can't do that. How else would we could do like this maybe, and have the sleeves connected like this, perhaps. How does this work? You've got like the crazy wrinkles like this. How do these shirts even work? Magic. It's not quite the right look for a maid though. Like barmaid, I guess. Okay, Coy, thank you again for the raid. Have a good evening. Good weekend. I'll catch you later. So, do mermaids hatch from eggs? You know, we didn't really decide. Yeah. How do the shirts work? Magic. Would mermaids have a belly button? You know, that's also a good question. We don't know. Do we want to give her... It's a very loud vehicle. Do you mind? Do we want her to have like short sleeves? Maybe some short sleeves. Probably. A what? They have purses that have sharks in them? Like, they just... Like, you have your mermaid, and then they just have, like, a tote bag, but instead of having, like, a chihuahua in them, they just have, like, a little shark. Really? Pocket shark, okay. Okay, I do kind of like this. I would really like to give her something around her neck, but I don't... Again, with the gills, I don't think that's gonna be a thing. Why would you have a... Have you never seen... Is it not a thing where people put, like, tiny doggos in their purse? Have you never seen this? You know, the small yippy dogs. People do it. People still do it. There you go. Yeah. Okay, so listen. I don't usually like the small yippy dogs, right? I've been bitten by one of those, you know, the dogs that look like a mop. I have been bitten by one of those. It drew blood, okay? I wasn't even doing anything nefarious at the time. It was uncalled for, really. So I generally don't like small yippy dogs, but like chihuahuas they're so ugly, they're cute, And then the fact that they are so full of tremble. I like them. Would I ever want one? No, but I think they're adorable. How did it draw without hands? That's what I'm saying! It's wild! It was a very talented doggo. A dude was walking around with a husky in a backpack? Dang! I mean, that's a way to travel with the doggo, I guess. Okay, so I like the shape of this fin more than I like this fin, and I'm trying to decide what is the difference here. Maybe the base of the fin was like narrower, right? And then I think we have more of like a this kind of a shape. Okay, we're also trying to go for some sort of transparency there. I don't think we need that. Okay, is this good enough to slap some color on? I think so. Surprise kitten in a towel? Aw, the cat distribution system chose you. Alright, so I'm thinking... okay. Colors. Let's see. Let's start off with... if we do like this, right? Got the sleeve colors. We need like a nice white for apron. I kind of want to make this fish lady like orange. I'm kind of thinking orange would be very good. Okay, this and then... Doesn't look super maid-like though. Like it's alright, but like the design itself does not follow what I was wanting or thinking. People go skydiving and scuba diving with their pets. I have seen like an underwater cat submarine or something. Fish tend to have lighter colored bellies. Yeah, so I'm let's go ahead, let's give her some color. Yeah, so I'm thinking like a koi fish, right? So if you start out with like maybe let's grab a brush. And let's see what we can do with that for now. And then let's grab some orange. Let's just see if we like this, yeah? Can you imagine? It just looks like freckles.
You should save.
You know I should save. Thank you. Yes. Good. Yes. Because I think we are going to give her... It'd be really cool to give her dark color hair to go with her, like, shiny scales. Okay, we will fix a bit of this. Or we will fix all of this in a bit, but for now, let's just block in some color. Yeah, a little bit of a little bit. Let's see. Let's grab this color. Let's grab a more orange. What color should her eyes be? Ooh, we could grab a more yellowy color. Yeah, there we go. Grayish, bluish. You think yellow for the eyes? I do like yellow eyes. I feel like fish have fairly I don't know, I'm thinking of fish eyes. They usually have like it's yellow or it's like black eyeball. What do you call a fish with no eyes? A fish. True. Yeah, we're just kind of slapping some color on here. None of these, like, it will give an illusion of scales, but we all know that this is not the best looking scales, because, you know, it's fine though. It's fine. It'll buff out. First we work on feel of the fish scales, right? And then we can worry about fixing. Okay, so we do have very dark hair color. It would be a good offset color. Do we want to make her look crazy is the question. What do you call a deer with no eyes? No idea. Hello. Welcome in. Given my love of fish, if I met a mermaid, would I eat her or would I eat her? I wouldn't eat her. Probably. Listen. Sapient creatures. Don't eat those. Right? Oh, the eyebrow. I see. No, I see what you're... Okay. Yeah. Listen, you gotta get to know the bean first, right? I mean, don't. I have my doubts that a mermaid would want to date a kitsune. I feel like either I don't think it would work, right? Like just imagine, like where would we go to the underwater coffee shop? No. Okay, let's... So that's very sketchy, but that's fine. Okay, let's add multiply layer, but we're going to use blue. Also, I do need to clean this up quite a lot. Listen. This will make a lot more sense once we clean up all of our lines. Also. There we go. So yeah, whenever I look at like koi fish, they have this fascinating like, what do you call this? Chatoyancy? Luminescence to their scales. I don't know why, but it's fascinating. We're gonna see if we like an oil slick sort of a look, right? Mermaids also like fish? Oh, true. A whimsical date at a forest stream. So I'm just walking along the bank and the mermaid's just swimming like beside me like that. I don't know, maybe. Foxfish are an actual thing? Do I have anything to confess? What are you asking? Hold up, please. You know there's more than one kitsune, right? You know there's lots of us. Why are you blaming me for this? Okay, so let us go through and let us clean this up. What is easy way to clean this up? If we go to this layer and we select wow. Okay, so we need to go to this layer and we need to close some of the gaps in our lines. That would be beneficial. Beneficial. Ah. Aw, thank you. Small flowing path of water. Do you call it a creek or a crick? I would say creek. Do people call them cricks? Oh. Okay, listen, do not worship the idol either, okay? No cults. Stop. Cease. Thank you for head pets. Speaking of purrs, how's cats? Cats are doing good. They're still separated. Grumpy old man cat Felix does not want company. Cults? No cults. Listen, I'm just your normal average bean. Nothing. So yeah, cats are still separated. Grumpy old man cat wants nothing to do with other cats. But that's fine. I was warned that is a thing that could happen. Refer to... Okay. Good. Now we have a decent... like layer mask. Well, the start of it anyway. And then we do one of those. And then we do one of these. And then we need to go back and fix some more things. like this hair that we didn't close the lines on. That would be a good one to finish right there. You're part of the Wiggle cult? That's it. You know what? That's allowable. No, listen. You can do whatever, right? Just do not make me the center of a cult, okay? I am a normal being, no divinity, no royalty, nothing, okay? Okay, so we're just gonna add a little bit of a hint that you can see through the fin right there. Just a bit, not a lot, but just a bit.
Welcome in. Let's make something
Oh.
beautiful together.
Chromic? Is that how you pronounce your name? Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, new denizen. No. Saying no to both of those things does not mean that you put them together. That's not how that works. Having watched and rated over the past couple years, deserve... Wait, what? I can what? Hold on, I've missed something in chat. Okay, there's a difference between getting a compliment and like worship, right? Let's not make it weird. Let's not make it weird. Let's not. Why are we making it weird? Cease. Stop. The Kotsune, no. No. We have some very interesting colors through here. That's interesting. And now we can freely color on this because we actually have a color mask. Lovely, wonderful, marvelous. We basically have some like hair shading already here. Fascinating. Okay, what is going on in chat? I'm sorry, what? I can't just ask you to drop it. Can't I though? Right? Don't make me choose between those two options. Fish? It's Dandy. Hello, Dandy. Yeah, we're drawing mermaids today, and we have drawn one somewhat normal one, and then we've got some others. I do like this quite a lot. We need to add more like color. She needs like more of that like oil slick look to the scales, right? Is this a fish that I would eat? No! This is a maid. This is also like a sapient creature. Don't eat sapient creatures. That's weird. That's weird. No, this is just... Listen, it's mermaid. It's May, right? So... I keep erasing my sign. Okay, it's mermaid, right? But it's May. You see? So we're combining a lot of the tropes for the month. The mermaid. You would eat her? You would eat this maid? Ah, merman. Okay. We could do shark. Okay, listen. This creature lives in water. How are you guys so thirsty? Okay, you know what? We're gonna take a break. You are all going to go get a glass of water and drink it. Okay? Seawater dehydrates? Well, go eat some fresh water then. You're always thirsty? Go get yourself a glass of water. Go hydrate. All of you are... Go hydrate. Do it now. We're going on break. Hydrate. Alright, but no, it is actually break time. So we're gonna go do that, and then we gotta figure out how to make her shiny. There's a shiny thing with the fish scales. We gotta figure out how to do that. Also, she looks weird. I think we need to give her some lipstick color.
You should save.
I should save. No, this is a good plan. Okay, everyone, enjoy break screen. We'll be right back. All right. Okay, let's continue, shall we? Wow, and we're back. The hydrating emote, thank you, it's beautiful, perfect. Alright, welcome back everybody. Alright, so we're gonna make her shiny is the plan. Alright, first off though, we gotta stretch and hydrate redeem. Okay, we're trying to do art, okay? I was stretching so many that we broke the tracking. Bah. Ooh. Oh, I got a spine to pop though. That's good. Okay, let me do a hydration. Hold on. Okay. Let's grab this color, but a little bit more red. Do we want yellow? I think we want yellow. Does this make her look crazy though? Maybe we don't want yellow. Would mermaids have materials to make water-resistant makeup? You know, I think a lot of makeup for a while was like made with fish scales. So like maybe? Is she crazy? Maybe. Should mermaids have lips? Okay, listen, let's refer back to our chart here, okay? For like anglerfish, no, probably they wouldn't have lips. For more quote-unquote realistic fish, right? Probably not. For just, this is just cute maid, okay? She's gonna have lips. Also, hello Remy. You like yandere? I feel like yandere mermaids would be kind of normal, right? Right? Because like, no, if you think about it, they lure people to, okay, well I know this overlaps with sirens, right? But like, if they try to lure people to run into rocks and stuff, and then they can't leave, and they're completely dependent on like the mermaid. I know I could see mermaids all being like yanderes, or like some flavor of crazy. I could see it. They're just synonym. Cinnamon. Yeah. Probably, like, they're kind of interchangeable, I think. They started with manatees? I've heard that, yeah. Manatees are weird creatures. I suppose I could kind of see it, but it's also a little bit weird. Crazy in human terms, probably normal for mermaids. I would think so. I would imagine mermaids are... I don't know if territorial is the correct word, but they're definitely, like, have non-human tendencies, right? Such as, trying to make people wreck their ship on, like, a rock. That's kind of not normal, right? Have I ever thought about how many horrifying creatures live in the ocean? Frequently, yeah. You want to know why I don't want to go into the ocean? There's difference between like playing Subnautica and then being like, yeah, let's go sail a ship across the ocean. No, absolutely not. Have a good walk, Remy. I'll catch you later, okay? So like, okay, so there's this weird phenomenon. If you have a being like a mermaid or a fish that is underwater, you don't, okay, so like their eyeballs, they don't have the like little specular highlights, right? So you look, okay, so you look at somebody and you know how my eyes have little highlights in them, right? That's because the eyeballs are wet. Right? They catch the light. Your specular highlights are really small, right? Shiny. It makes them shiny, right? If you have a creature that's underwater, the effect doesn't happen. But it looks weird. But it looks weirder if you have something shiny underwater. If that makes sense. One bean-sized colorful fish. Just a little bean of a fish. Oh. Okay, so how to add some more color to our mermaid? Because yeah, okay, let me actually look up a picture of a koi fish. I have to spell it correctly. That is one I, not two E's. Looking at the scales, looking at how shiny they are. How does this work? How do your scales work? Is it because they're slightly transparenty? Is this it? Is that why? Is that the whole thing? Oh, I see. Okay. No, that would make sense actually. So, looking at these pictures, I think their scales are just ever so slightly transparent, especially if they have a lot of white, which is how they get the crazy colors. Interesting. Koi was just here, right? That's fine. We can extrapolate data. Okay, so with that, then we have to ask ourselves. Now we have to get into the biology of it. We could have subsurface scattering, right? So we would just need to grab like, let's grab a soft light layer, and let's grab, I don't know, like a pinkish. And then if we just add a little bit of color. Right? Another stretch and hydrate.
Save.
Okay. Okay. Okay, we'll save first. There we go. Alright, we have saved. Let's do a stretch and a hydrate. Still, like, it weirds me out that we're not drawing the shiny thing on the eyeball. But it doesn't, that's not how it works. Anyway, let me hydrate. Hold on. You're what? Ranthil? What? Should I get an outfit with this scale pattern? You think so? Like a full suit of armor in fish scales? So, like, I know that bubbles aren't really... I mean, they're kind of a thing underwater, but they're not, like, that common. But I also want to draw, like, bubbles to make it look more like water. Armor? You think armor's gonna send the wrong message? Well, okay, you can't just... If you just walk up to somebody in, like, a scale jacket, it's not quite the same, right? You might as well just wear a suit of armor at that point, right? Should she have a mop? No, I don't think so. Like, I suppose theoretically she could have a mop, but like, what are you mopping up under the water? You know? Armor would help you stay underwater. This is true. This is true. Okay, here's the thing though, that you might maybe not know. I have to breathe. I cannot just stay underwater indefinitely. Right? So like the armor would help to stay under the water, but like what about when I need to like breathe, you know? You like our mermaid? A level 3 spell? Wait, can you cast it? Do you have the water breathing spell? Listen, I specialized in illusion magic, okay? I can't cast that. A little bit of light would hit here. And then, you know what we could do, actually? Let me grab new layer. And then, if we grab white, we could have just a little bit of... light. Breathable water, it's just full of oxygen. Well, yeah, you gotta be able to process the water into like breathable stuff. You know, that's fair. That's fair. So I take it that you like this bean then. Does this mean and success? We have drawn very good mermaid. What do we think? I kind of want to. You know. Let me actually grab these. We're gonna try. I want like a hint of purple, just a bit. Not too many purple, but like a little bit. And then... Oh, true, we do need to work on this next one. Okay, we've kind of been yapping and getting distracted the whole time. Alright, let's see what we can do about this one. I did say we were gonna have to make a choice. We kind of went pretty hard with this one, so let's try the next one too, yeah? Okay, there's our sketch. Here's our final. Let's hide Angolor Chan for the moment. Actually, let's make her a little bit less opaque. All right, let's lock in. We gotta lock in. We got one more bean to draw. I did want this to be en vote, so let's see. So this mermaid is going to be less cutesy, more fish. She's gonna have a head full of scales and will not be wearing like surface clothing, right? That's the stratagem for this one. So let's grab a folder. Let's get started, shall we? We're going into focus mode. Super focus. I say, but will I be focused? Okay, we're focused. So I'm thinking that, let's see, she's gonna have like spiky fin, like basically a mohawk is what I'm thinking. A fish mohawk, because fish sometimes have like weird mohawk fins. Would she have eyebrows? A pirate flag up for the skirt? Maybe. Let's give her a slightly more different nose. Slightly more hydrodynamic, probably. I guess she's going to have lips as well. And then for the eyes, let's see. What? Fish don't really have eyelids either. They wouldn't really have eyelashes either. It's fine. It's fine. I think the biggest difference will be the... So I was actually kind of thinking she would have, like, gills on her head. But that's probably not the best place for them, so we're probably not gonna do that. Hey, Isla, you should save. You know, I should save, thank you. Thinking, saving, there we go. I don't know what this line is. I don't know why I have that there. Hello, hello. Oh, J-Bear, hello. Glad you could make it today. Welcome in. We are drawing mermaids. We have the cute scale, and now we're going more fish. We're trying more fish. So I think for her, like if they had nostrils that just closed up so they didn't get stuffed full of water, that would make sense. Also, I don't like the way this looks. Also, shark eyes. Let's draw a few scales on the noggin so that this makes a bit more sense. But yeah, she kind of bald, and then she has, let's see, basically fish tail, fish scale. Okay, what is this? What is this? Why did I draw this like this? Shouldn't the nostrils pull? I mean, it could. I don't know. Maybe it's like she's got normal breathing and then has like gill breathing. I don't know. But the like slit nose thing makes sense to me. Maybe it's like they closed the, it was like a aerodynamics sort of a thing. I don't know. We're going to give her... Let's give her like a little chunk missing out of her fin hair. True. I think after a certain depth, though, like that becomes a lot more difficult, right? Okay, then we need shark jaw, pauldrons for kind of... Okay, I don't have a reference for this, but just imagine that this is a very well-drawn skull. Shark, well, they don't really have bones. It's like cartilage sort of stuff, right? Well, imagine it's that. Okay, so then we have to figure out how to make the rest of the outfit, right? She just has to swim with her mouth open? Also heard something about her face looks weird. Ma'am, why does your face look weird? So let's open that up. Also, ma'am, why does your face look weird? Ma'am. Okay, we changed the position of the eye, and now it looks weird. It's who? Do you mean like League of Legends? A character from there? Really? Huh. Okay, listen, post a picture in the Discord if you're in there. I'm actually very curious. Okay, so we've got a seashell there. How to make sleeves? Let's see here. Also. So the shark jaw as the shoulder pads, I saw that another artist used this idea, and so I have stolen it. This is not a super original, fresh idea. Okay, I did say that earlier, but I want to say it again. I saw a different artist use this idea. It's a great idea, so I stole it. There you go. Right? It's a very cool idea. Okay, so we have like another shell here. So let's go ahead and I know that I would like to have shell and then we need like some sort of belt, right? So I'm thinking we need to have listen, the coincidence I'm gonna be honest, any similarities, it's very much a coincidence. Probably. Like there's no way, right? So yeah, let's not make accusations, right? It's a major coincidence. Here's the thing, blue and orange. Very, very, like, good colors that go together, okay? Fluffy, like, jackets and floof are like, around the shoulders. This is also a very common, like, design choice, right? Like, it's not... It's very, very, like, coincidence, okay? Like, it really, really is. But no, there's a lot of elements in the design that were like, you're like, hey, draw a cool fantasy character that's like, you know, whatever, right? They know what they did. Listen, I really think it's a coincidence, okay? Really, 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 really. Okay, so we need, I guess, a rope belt of some sort would probably work. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's doodle a little rope. Probably with shells and things would be good. You thought I worked there? Okay, then we have seaweed plant as the skirt. So let's make sure that we what is this, kelp sort of a thing? I think that works. And then we draw another one. Okay, so how do these connect is the thing. Well, we have this thing, so I'm thinking we just need to... just gotta make it look like they are stuck in the belt for all intents and purposes, right? Yeah, yeah. You want to see my art in more games besides Love Sucks? Well, I mean, okay, here's the thing. There is something that is appealing about, I could work at big studio, you know. There's always something that's kind of cool about the idea of that, right? But at the same time, like, yeah, I don't know. I would have mixed feelings, I think. There is something to be said for all of the stuff that I do. I don't lose rights to it, you know? There is something good in that, you know? That's kind of the thing. I think that I am too used to doing whatever the heck I want that I would probably not work very well in a studio environment. I don't know. I've never actually worked in studio environment like that, so who is to say? Another project with another setting? Ah, Okay, so we got the skirt. Okay, so I would like to give this fish, like... I mean, we could just add more shells right here. I was originally thinking that this would be like a mix of rope, or like, you know, kelp rope, that kind of thing. How to make this Twitch compliant, but also like not boring, I guess. Okay, well, let's start with we've got some random leaf plant fiber type stuff. I think that would work. And then that's going to cross over this way. I suppose we could be drawing a little bit lighter. Maybe we just have plant. You're going to Photoshop me into games? Really? Alright, I expect excellent memes then. have fun. Have fun with it. There you go. Okay, I guess this fish is going to have a belly button, so... I guess this mermaid would be more like a whale, right? Because, like, whales are not hatched from eggs. Unless I'm misremembering something, but I don't think they're hatched from eggs. Alright, let's put another shell right here. I'm gonna assume there's another one there. Right. Want, like, strings of rocks and stuff, too. Okay, we're gonna go with sleeves also made from plant. Just all of the plant. Honestly, I think we're doing pretty good on time thus far. I don't know if we're going to be able to color this lady super fast, but we shall find out. Okay. Ooh, movie? Ooh, have fun. I'll catch you later, okay? Have a good weekend. Also, we should probably draw her arm. That would be a good idea. So I'm thinking she's got to have, like, a fairly muscular arm, right? You gotta have muscular underwater people. Do we want to give her an elbow fin? Oh man, we could give her an elbow fin. You know what? Why not? Why shouldn't I have it? I can have an elbow fin. Except let's maybe make it shaped a little cooler. Okay, let's take a look at... She's got very spiky. So maybe we give her like... We give her some spiky bits. And then the rest of this is not as spiky. So it looks kind of like her hair. And we have some repeating, like, shapes, kinda, right? Right. Okay, would she have... Can we show, like, webbing between the fingers? Not quite. Maybe a little bit. Also, just because I can... She's gonna have like a little fin right there on the edge of her palm, because I can do that, and I'm gonna. No, that's a terrible idea. I'm not gonna do that. It's terrible. No. I would like to, but it does not work. Drunk with power. I can draw whatever I want to. I actually do want to make her hand a little bigger. Yeah, I think we're gonna give her a slightly bigger hand. Yeah. Yeah. Do 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 do. Yes, good, very good. Okay. Oh, should we only give her 3 fingers? Oh, that might be interesting. I like the idea, but then how to make the hands not look weird and also show that there is webbing between them? You think I would appear in... I mean, I did play a fair amount of Siege back in the day. Okay, so whenever we get around to drawing her fancy crab fork, then we can see the webbing between her fingers. I don't like the way this arm looks. Why? Why do you look weird, arm? It's you, isn't it? This muscle does not look like this. Alright, I think that'll work. Let's erase this chunklet of stuff. Then let's make this like this. Alright, continuing on. Then let's draw her... do we want her to give her like a shark tail? That'd be kind of fun. Although, we should probably repeat like whatever we do with the fin like this. Actually, we could make this part more better. Hold, please, whilst we make this part more better. Okay, so we're trying to copy this sort of shape, right? I do still want her fin to have like a bit of a tear in it. Yeah, there we go. Maybe another little one, like right there. Okay, so if we think about this, this is all like the top of the head. You know, It's unrelated, I'm sure, but I am getting hungry. Yeah, I think that works a little bit better. Does it sound related? You think so? No, no, it definitely isn't. Okay, so we want... Can we give her some extra little fins that also do the thing that her hair and... I think we can do that. Let's give her some little spiky thing like this. How would this fin work? It's like this. It goes up and around. I do kind of want to give her shark tail though. But then why do her fins look weird, right? No, let's not do shark tail. That would be weird. Also, these little fins, these don't work either. Don't like it.
Hey, Isla, you should save.
You know, I should save. Saving. Recommendations on Photoshop tools, or do I not know any? It's been a long time since I've used an Adobe product. However, honestly, you could probably look up a tutorial for anything that you need. Like, if you need to make a selection, there's the magic wand tool. That's what it's called. Don't add me. That would probably help quite a lot. But yeah, I don't know. Recommending tools just out of the blue, I can't say that I know enough to be like, this is the tool that you will always use with that. So yeah, sorry, no, I don't have any recommendations. Okay, looks like we had stretch and hydrate redeem. Okay. Let's do that. So I'm looking at this person, right? And I'm still gonna hydrate, but like, this doesn't really read as maid outfit. Like, we have the poofy sleeves, we have the ruffly, like, equivalent, right? But it doesn't read correctly. Now that's interesting, right? Also, I don't know that I like her tail as much. Does it get too thin? Is this the problem? Ma'am, your tail is too thin. This is not compliant with how tails work. yeah, you can see that this is like a flat tail, right? But the way that I've drawn this sketch, this looks like a shark tail. Yamama. Hum. Also, I guess she's gonna have really big, like, secondary fins. Okay. Okay. We are quickly running out of so it's almost time for a break, and I don't know, would it be better to do a break and try to finish this up, or should I call it for today? We didn't do our vote. I suppose we could do a vote, even though she's not quite finished. Alright, let's change this up and let's just give her flat tail. But with some like spiky bits at the ends. She got the spiky tail. There we go. I do. I think it is time. So listen, I love streaming. It's great. I like hanging out with people. We get to hang out and make cool stuff. But like, I have a very small social battery. So like, even though streaming is always so much fun, like I get to a point and I'm just like, the brain makes microwave sounds, right? Do I remember what we said at the start of the stream? Nope. Nope, I do not. Potatoes are delicious. It would be terrible to turn into a potato, because then it would be cannibalism to eat potatoes. Yeah. Every time the stream ends, I break the denizen's heart. So wait. Are you encouraging me to, or trying to get me to not? Right? So like it's always a good time, but also like I'm a leave. Okay, so tell you what, let's pause ads for just a bit. But yeah, okay, so mods, can we do a real quick poll in the chat? Okay. We have the doodles. We kind of went hard on this one, but I said you guys could do a vote, right? Yeah, we can vote. Okay, let's go with which do you like? Do you like this sort of maid, or mermaid, I suppose, more cutesy, or do you like the more fearsome one? Yeah, let's just see. Was that also an Ocean related joke? Oh. Can the fish version have abs? This one? Yeah, there's a belly button and like she's got the abs. You can't quite see them, but she's got them. Yeah. I don't know if mods are able to set up chat or a poll at this time. No, there it is. Oh, yes. Mod's winning. Let's go. Thank you. All right. You can vote. This will be the last thing that we do. I said we were voting. We are voting. So vote. Everybody, go forth. Look. Observe. Which one do you like? Which maid is your preferred flavor? What you got? What you like? Which one do you like? Design wise, concept wise, art wise? I don't know. Which one do you like? You like the fierce one better? You like this one in the center? The anglefish? The anglerfish? Is there a favoritism? You think so? I mean, the fierce one. Look, she got the bald head with the mohawk fin, right? The smug expression. She got the victims of her ferocity, and she's just wearing them. And then we have the yandere who poses for the camera, right? And then just, you know, she'll just take care of you for the rest of your life. She can hunt you anytime. Both? Unfortunately, we don't have a both option. You gotta pick, you gotta choose, you gotta vote. You will be cared for. Do not resist. So yeah, I think that'll wrap it up for this week. So next week, I'm gonna be honest, next week is like an in-between sort of a thing. So there's like next week, which is gonna happen, right? And then the week after is set like birthday celebration week. So next week is gonna be a lot of we're just waiting for the week after. I feel so bad for next week because I'm just like, meh, skip. Take care of in the mafia sense of, or yes, exactly. She is a yandere. Sadness that you can't choose both. So yeah, next week, probably fairly normal stuff. And then the week after, we'll be celebrating birthday for me. I'll be 695, which is weird. But yeah, I've got a lot of fun collabs planned for not next week, but the week after. It was very close. That was a very close vote. Were you guys trying to tie it up? This one, this fierce one. This one was the winner, though. Ba, 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 ba. Let me just zoom in on her elbow real quick there. Look, she's trying to be so happy. You know what the thing is, though? If you're crying under the water, nobody can see it. Anyway, alright, that will be it for today. I hope you guys had fun hanging out, thinking about mermaids, and like, how the heck do mermaids even work, right? Who knows? Let's go back to here. Why not? There we go. Wah. And let's get that out of there. In the ocean, no one can see you cry. Exactly. But yeah, that'll be it for us for today. Everybody, thank you very much for hanging out. Next stream will be on Monday. 3-ish hours ago from now, whatever that time is for you. That's when it'll start, probably. Yep. Everybody, have an excellent weekend. I will see you all next time, okay? Okay. Bye. But we are going to raid somebody, so do stick around for that. And let me see. Host is online right now. is on. The Hans is on. Do we want to talk with the Hans? Oh. Jackie is on too. Oh. Wait, Maple? Wait, whomst this? Okay, let's read Dandy, why not? Actually, Dandy's on break, this is perfect. Let's sneak in. I love it. Alright, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye.